Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, October 11, 2024. Jupiter turns retrograde today, and will continue its retrograde cycle until February. This cycle affects your partnerships and negotiations. In these areas, you may be looking back before moving forward. It's a period for taking a more realistic look at current projects and for developing what's already in development rather than expanding or taking on more. If you've been going hard with supporting others, and now need some independence, consider gentle ways of getting to the right balance. You may be returning to old connections or personal plans or focusing on building and improving current ones with much success. Partnerships will continue to bring benefits to your life, but Jupiter's retrograde suggests the need to slow things down just a little. You might detach yourself somewhat so that a partnership or friendship has time to breathe and unfold naturally. This honors the natural ebb and flow of things and is ultimately helpful for healthy relationships. Today's energies favor promotion, publicity, and confidence in the future. Friendships transform, not always in straightforward, easy ways, but you get the sense things will unfold well. An extremely karmic period is upon you in the coming days. This is because mighty Jupiter, the great benefic and planet of expansion, miracles, and blessings, is turning direction in the heavens above. Whenever a major outer planet shifts, we receive important news and messages about what is also going to shift within our lives over the many months to come. Jupiter's presence in your solar house of partnerships may bring a turning point or change of perspective within you or a significant other. Pay attention to what you're sensing now so that you can anticipate how things will change. Are you doing too much? Since the end of May 2024, you may have taken on more commitments at work thanks to Jupiter entering Gemini. These last few months may have led to more partnerships, contracts, offers, and more. Expect this to slow down once Jupiter stations retrograde in Gemini. Beginning today, this retrograde will last until February. It might be initially tough, but Jupiter retrograde can also cut down on how much you have on your plate, so you can focus on the commitments that matter the most for your overall success. This is a wonderful time to organize your time and fit in all the things you normally don't get to do for yourself. Make this week a week of self-pampering. Do whatever it is that you normally put off because it is indulgent or time-consuming. Make the time to indulge yourself. Hair, skin, feet, hands, body, the more pampering the better. You are a natural-born worker and a little TLC will not jeopardize your work ethic. It's all about looking and feeling your best. Today, you're going to have a moment of pause, a relaxation period when you can take stock. The vibrations of the moment will be encouraging you to sort out the people in your life who are just acquaintances and those who are your real friends, what your profound desires are as opposed to those imposed on you from outside, and the superficial from the eternal in a serious way. You are hesitating about making a complete change in your comportment so that you can adapt more gently to situations, notably with your friends and family. But you have a supple mind so that you always fall on your feet. Be aware of this. Today marks the first of two significant shifts that will impact the year, occurring while the moon is in Sagittarius, heightening your emotional and intuitive awareness. Just 3 days before Pluto is set to move direct towards your communication sector, Jupiter turns retrograde in your relationship sector. This event coincides with a favorable alignment with Mercury, known for its influence on communication, and Juno, associated with commitment. Over recent days, support between these celestial influences has been growing steadily and reaches its peak precisely as opportunities to revisit past matters emerge. It is during the moon's final hours in Sagittarius that your emotional responses will be drawn in different directions. A clash with Jupiter just as he turns retrograde in your relationship sector will make a balance between your own and your relationship needs more transparent just as the doors open to the past and second chances. At the same time, a friendly aspect to both planets in your romantic sector will give the spirit of romance a boost. Our eyes in the sky. Today is inviting you to pause, breathe deeply, and allow the natural flow of life to guide you. Sometimes, when we're caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, it can feel like we need to constantly push forward, but today's energy is reminding you to step back and let things unfold on their own. Have you ever experienced that feeling of relief when you decide to take a break and suddenly everything starts falling into place? That's exactly the kind of vibe today is offering. If something doesn't go as planned, resist the urge to blame yourself or feel like you need to take control. Instead, take it as a gentle nudge from the universe to let go. By pampering yourself a little and allowing things to flow naturally, you might just find that what you initially saw as a setback opens up new and unexpected doors. Have you ever noticed how, when you let go of trying to control every little detail, new opportunities seem to come out of nowhere? Sometimes, the most productive thing you can do is step back and give space for things to develop on their own. During this period, it's especially important not to fall into the trap of competition or seeing others' tie-ins as challenges. Whether it's in your personal life, at work, or in a relationship, interpreting everything as a battle can create unnecessary tension. Have you ever found yourself getting worked up over something minor, only to realize later it wasn't that serious? Today is a good day to keep things light, avoid overthinking, and stay clear of power struggles. If you're feeling emotionally drained or pulled in too many directions, it's okay to step back. Spend some time alone, recharge, and allow yourself the space to regain clarity. Solitude isn't a retreat, it's a way to center yourself. If you've been feeling doubtful or uncertain about something in your life, know that these feelings are temporary. Maybe you're struggling to make a decision or you're unsure of the next step. That's okay. Sometimes we need time to let our thoughts settle. Have you ever had one of those aha moments where everything suddenly becomes crystal clear after days of confusion? That moment of clarity is coming for you. Trust that, with time, the answers will reveal themselves, and you'll feel confident moving forward. What's important is to give yourself permission to be in this moment of uncertainty without rushing to find a solution. The beauty of today's energy is that it's not just limited to romantic relationships, it's a time to nurture all of your connections. Friendships, family bonds, and even your relationship with yourself can be strengthened. Have you been meaning to reach out to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while? Or maybe today's a good day to spend some quality time with those who mean the most to you. Relationships thrive when we show up with an open heart, ready to connect deeply and authentically. Take a moment to reflect on a relationship in your life that could use a little extra love today. How can you nurture that bond? Even something as simple as sending a text to check in or scheduling a catch-up call can go a long way in keeping those connections alive and thriving. As the day moves forward, you'll notice a shift in the energy around you. The moon is aligning with expansive Jupiter, bringing a wave of optimism, lightness, and a sense of limitless possibility. It's like the weight of the earlier part of the day lifts, and in its place, you're left with a joyful, hopeful vibe. Have you ever noticed how, when you're in a great mood, it seems to spread to everyone around you? It's like your happiness becomes contagious, and soon enough, everyone is smiling too. That's the energy you'll be radiating today. People will be naturally drawn to your laid-back and relaxed vibe, and you'll find that your positivity uplifts everyone in your space.